Okay, well, I'm not sure what direction this video is going to go, but I have this fan, model F1202512 SM, DC 12 volts, 200 milliamps, or zero point 0.2 amps. There's a website there, chinafujian.com. Okay, so let's power this up. I'll let you take a listen to it. That is how bad it actually sounds. Let me get the microphone here. Let me touch the microphone to it. It's actually running pretty good right now, but it's really vibrating badly. I realize it would be making that noise if I laid it down, but just by spinning it manually, you can feel the vibration. So let me show you a short-term solution for a long-term problem that should have been addressed quite a while ago. Peel this label off right there, and we'll just stick it over here somewhere for now. So this is probably a sleeve bearing or a bushing type fan. Somewhere normally you can pop these little clips off somehow. Let me find a second screwdriver. There we go. Well, it's going to be kind of hard to see. Get it at the right angle over here. I should have done micro zoom on it. Get that clip to pop off. Okay, clip is off. Cat is out of the way. You can just push that out like that. There is a small spacer on there that goes in between the clip and the actual bushing, but I think this thing is probably toast just because the bushing is freaking worn out. There's a lot of play. Let me put it back in here and show you. I don't know if you can see it. But there's that much play in the bushing. But like I said, short-term solution for a long-term problem. So we'll get some acetone, clean off that shaft, get a cotton swab, clean out the bushing hole right there, add a little oil to it and put it back together. It'll probably work. Like I said, short-term solution. This is to get you by until you can purchase a replacement fan. So I've got a cotton swab. I've stripped off a lot of the cotton, hopefully enough. And I'm just going to soak it in some acetone. I wish somewhere I have some pipe cleaners. They're not very prevalent much anymore. But we'll clean that guy out. Do the same thing on this side for a second pass. Pop off a lot of the cotton there. And that didn't pop off enough, obviously. And I probably got too much, but it'll get the job done nevertheless. Wow, I may have to make a third pass. All right, a little tiny bit of cotton left on there. Dip it in some acetone. Looking a lot better, at least. A lot better. I think I'll give it one more pass. Okay, that looks like the correct amount of cotton swab. Dipped in acetone once again. Let's go around from the back side this time. Still just the tiniest little bit. And I think I'm just going to sop up the excess acetone here. Clean off all the crud that was in there. And let me grab a paper towel. And then we'll just soak some acetone on it. I wonder, is that like a weight or something? I'm not sure. But let me grab a paper towel. Moisten it with a bit of acetone. Yeah, you could use something else. Rubbing alcohol. Wow, look at all the stuff that came off of that. Oh, another washer right there. Save that guy. So there's one on the top and one on the bottom. We'll hit it with the back side. Now you could conceivably use a thicker oil on this than just regular light machine oil. And what I'm going to do is I'll just lay that out. I just want to try to drag this across it a couple times to clean off all the gunk. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Off of that clip that holds the thing in place. Clean off these spacers as well, these washers. You could just hit it with some brake cleaner or something, I would imagine. It would work just fine. But what I found is if you don't clean these off, the contaminated nastiness on here will seep in over time and cause problems. All right, let's add some oil to this and put it back together and see if it makes any kind of a difference. One moment. All right, so I'm just going to add some oil to the shaft right here. I'm not going to worry if there's a little excess. This is Zoom Spout Oiler oil, very fine machine oil. So I got some on the shaft. I'm just going to add some down in the hole. There is a gap in the middle, and hopefully we can fill that little gap. It's very, very tiny. Helps if you put it together the right way, you ding dong. Always like to add a little bit extra here. Spacer is on. This is probably the hardest part of the whole repair. Getting this clip to go back on, because I don't think I can set it down flat because it pushes the whole thing out. I might could get it started that way though. Yeah, I need to put something under it to lift it up like that. Hopefully it's still in view for you guys. Apologize if it is not. Okay. Spins freely. Let's go ahead and power it on. That sounds much better. Oh, look at that. Runs even totally flat down. So I'm going to grab some acetone, wipe this off, stick the label back on it. Hopefully it'll keep some of that oil in here. You could always just put a piece of cellophane tape or electrical tape over that opening with some excess oil in there to keep that bushing lubricated for a little bit of time. But yeah, back up and running once again. I'm just using regular acetone. I'll have to put that in the title, Acetone Makes an Appearance. Yeah, make sure you wipe this off. That way the adhesive on the label will stick once again. I'll do it a second time. I got just a tad too much there, but it's okay. It is quick drying. Oh, and it did have a little rubber bumper in the middle of it that obviously came off. It's one of their ways of keeping it in there. It's actually shrunken just a little bit. We'll just put the sticker back on it. And nobody knows we were here. Don't tell anybody. Okay, power on. That sounds good. Remember, with your help, we can keep these things out of the landfill, out of the recycle bin, and out of the e-waste facility. Everyone, thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.